Miss Knifer, you're muted.
Let me start over. Okay, anyways, your screen should look like my screen. Remember, we are not actually turning this in this week because we're doing it all together, so you do not have to turn it in even when you're finished, and you won't be getting a grade for it, but you need to follow along and do it with us, otherwise you're not going to be successful on your test tomorrow. And remember, you can use this whole packet on your test tomorrow, so if I were you, I'd follow along. So remember, the first page was on regular verbs. All we had to do was take a verb and change it to past tense, and we wrote a sentence about it. Sentence writing is good for us. And then we had some irregular verbs. Remember, irregular verbs mean not regular. They don't follow the normal ED pattern. All we did was we read the sentence, and then we found the verb in it, and we wrote whether it was regular or irregular. If you were not on our live lesson yesterday, hopefully you have already watched the recording and you have filled this part in. If you have not, you need to do that. You need to watch the recording because that's where we learned the bulk of it yesterday. Today we're working on more past tense forms of irregular verbs. So there's this cute little chart here, and these are just some examples. So once again, for many irregular verbs, the form that is used with helping verbs is the same as the past tense. For others, it is different from the past tense. So, for example, be, past tense is was or were. With a helping verb, it's have been. Go is go, went, or have gone. Do is do, did, or have done. Know is know, knew, or have known. Ride is rode or have ridden. So those are things we kind of just have to remember. It's how we speak. We do not just ever add that regular ed. So now we have 5 things to do together. Okay? We're going to read the sentences and think about what form of a regular verb should take. Highlight the verb that is in the wrong form. Then we're going to Then we're going to write the correct form of the verb on the line. The last sentence has 2 things wrong. The first 4 only have 1. So, Samuel went to take food to the soldiers. Obviously, which section is wrong? What is our verb that is incorrect? Someone tell me, what is our verb that is incorrect? Olive? It is went because it literally is highlighted, okay? So we don't want it to be that, or it's underlined blue. So you're going to highlight that. And instead of had went, what should it be? It is actually on our thing above. Instead of had went, it should be what? Michaela? No. I disagree. Rochelle? Had gone. Instead of go, it is went, then it's have gone or had gone. So, Samuel had gone to take food to the soldiers. If you were to click on it, that's literally what it suggests we do, is change it to gone. So, that's what we were supposed to do. Number 2, his father had knew that he wanted to do that. Had knew? What? That sounds so silly. So, it is obviously not had known. Instead, it should be his father what? Ava? No. It would not be has known. His father has known he wanted to do that. That would be with the helping verb. I want to kick the helping verb out. Instead, it should be what? Hannah. Yeah, it should just be plain knew. His father knew that he wanted to do that. He been surprised that he had left to the house so early. Oh, wait, I don't think there needed to be 2 there. That was my bad. Sorry. But he been surprised that he had left the house so early. Instead of Ben, obviously it's not Ben, because why isn't it Ben? Someone tell me why it's not Ben. Evan, why isn't it not Ben?
It's not Ben because it's underlined and he Ben, it doesn't sound right.
Right, like this page literally should be so easy because it's literally underlined for you, because that's just how Google works. And obviously he Ben doesn't make sense. So instead of he Ben, okay, so here's Ben. So is it going to be he were or he was, or is it going to be he be? All of yeah, not okay. So is it gonna be he be, he was, or he were? Those are our options from our chart. What is it gonna be, Landon? I literally told you what it just could be. I said it could be was, or were. Yes, thank you. He was surprised. All right. And then he had came downstairs to find him already gone. So this one is not up there. And obviously, what is wrong? Marissa, which one's wrong? Ella, sit up. It is not nap time. Nolan, Evan, sit up. It's not nap time. Just because we're not turning this in doesn't mean you don't have to do it. Right. So I'm going to highlight it because it's wrong. And instead of he had came, it should be he had come downstairs to find him already gone. Okay? And the last one has 2 wrong. However, Sam had forgot the food money she had gave him. What is wrong? I don't need a comma there. Which, there's 2 things wrong in the last one. What is one that is wrong, Julian? Instead of forgot, we need to make it past tense, so it needs to be forgotten. It's not forgotten, it's forgotten. Did I spell that right? Yeah. All right, so Sam had forgotten the money. And then there's one more that's incorrect. What is the other one that's incorrect? Angelina? Yep. She had gave him, but this is past tense, so instead of gave, it needs to be given. Perfect. Does anyone have any questions on this one? This one is literally just reading it. Oh, did that make sense? No. How can I make it make sense? Okay. Any questions? Ella? This entire page has to be done. Ella. Ella. Time out. All right, we're waiting one more second for someone to finish typing. Then we are going to move to page 4, where we're going to fill in our own table. Dun, 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 dun. Remember, irregular verbs are something we just have to learn. That's just a part of life. You just got to kind of memorize them. Okay? And like I said, hopefully you were on our live yesterday. If you were on our live yesterday, then you are going to have to watch the recording to get yours filled in. So Ella, while it's up, it might be good to type this in while we're waiting instead of doing nothing. Remember, if I highlight something, you should be highlighting it. That's why we're doing these together. So they're all correct, okay? I already know how to do this, okay? That I'm not doing this for myself, okay? I know what irregular verbs are, so you need to be filling them in. All right, Marissa, I'm going to go on. I can always help you at the end. All right, the next page is we're reviewing our regular or an irregular verb. So there's this cute little blank that we have to fill in with past tense and past participle, which literally just means the past with the helping verb. That's all that means. So the first one is ring, rang. And does anyone know what goes in have what? Michaela? No. Rung. Yep, it has rung. It is ring, rang, rung. Good job. Now we have. Oh, is that what's supposed to be there? That's the wrong word. Time out. Let me find this. Mistake. There's a mistake. There's a mistake. It should be broke at the last one. Sorry, that was my bad. I typed it wrong. So, break, blank, have broke. What is past tense of break? It's not breaked. What is it, Angelina? Broken. Swim, blank, have swum. What goes in the middle there, Nolan? Swam, yep. Take, blank, have taken. It's not taked. What is past tense for that? Julian, are you typing along with us? Because you have to do that, sir. It's not up for debate. Hannah. Yeah. That's the wrong word spelling. Took. Throw, through, have what? Michaela? Thrown. Yeah, see, you guys already know these without even knowing that you know them. It's just like naturally how we talk. We just don't put into perspective, oh, that's an irregular verb. Oh, we don't say take did, we say took. But we already know that in our brain. It's just different to actually write them down. Speak, spoke, have what? Rochelle? Yep. Have spoken. So you just need to fill in your chart. That way it looks like my chart. And then the bottom part is there's 4 errors in this tiny little paragraph, and we just have to write the correct thing. So we highlight the errors and then write the correct one in 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to read it all to you, and then we're going to find the errors. He keeps it a journal. He had told his nephew about it. The nephew read the journal. Then he wrote about his uncle's was experience. Many people bought in the book. They were surprised to learn what the war was like. They thinked the book was very interesting. It was not supposed to have was in the middle there. Mrs. Knifel's hot mess when I type these. So, someone tell me, what do I need to highlight? I see lots of mistakes. What's one thing I need to highlight, Ava? Yes. It is not told. It needs to be told. That's technically the second error, so I'm going to put it as number 2. He told his nephew about it. What is another error, Hannah? Yeah. Keeps it, not a word. What should it be instead? No. Keeps is what is up there. Kept. Yeah, whoever said that, it is kept. He kept a journal. That would be past tense for keep. It is kept. Now I'm looking for number 3. Dun, 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 dun. What is number 3? Number 3. Landon.
It is rotten. Rotten, but it's rotten.
Yep. Many people, no, it's supposed to be bought is what it is. Boughten is not a thing. It's supposed to be bought. Many people bought the book. And obviously bought in, not a word. That sounds silly. And then they were surprised to learn what the war was like. They thinked the book was very interesting. What's our last mistake, Marissa? Yeah, it shouldn't be thinked. If you say the word thinked, you're not in 5th grade. That's crazy talk. Instead of thinked, it needs to be thought. And once again, we read those. You instantly were like, yeah, that makes no sense. Let's fix that. So these are not the craziest, hardest ones. It is a lot of just reading and thinking. Is that how we speak? No. Any questions on this page? Did you fill it in with me? Did you highlight it with me? Because that's your job today. It's to follow along with me. Our final page is the same as always. Connect to writing. We read the paragraph. We fix it. We find out what the problem is. So we're reading about an exciting game. How nice. I got to see my favorite team play. Oh, I'm spelled wrong. Sorry. Not bad. A game at a huge stadium. They have won more games than they have lost this season. The game was exciting. My favorite player hit a home run. We eat popcorn and hot dogs during the seventh inning. Why do I make so many mistakes when I do this? I can't wait to go back. Number 1, sentence 2 contains an error. Which of the following is the best way to rewrite the sentence? I want you to look at those 4 options and raise your hand when you think you know which one is the best way to rewrite those 4 options. The count of 3. Everyone, tell me what letter it is. Go.
B.
They have won more games than they have lost because it is past tense. Won. Thank you very much. And then what change, if any, should be made to sentence 5? Remember, this is past tense. It already happened. And it says, we eat popcorn and hot dogs during the 7th inning. I need you to read those things right there. Read those choices. And then raise your hand when you think you know. Raise your hand when you think you know. Raise your hand when you think you know. Should it be change eat to ate, change during to daring, change eat to eated, or make no change? On the count of 3, boys and girls, tell me what the letter is.
A.
A. It is A. You need to change eat to ate. Ate is the past tense for eat. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That looks silly. Try again. All right. Other than the bottom, I just put in there for fun. It was have you ever seen a sports event in person? Write 3 sentences about it below. This was just for fun. What?
For that one, can I put the Bears, the Chicago Bears?
I don't care. That would be a sporting event. So this is just yes, Michaela. If it has anything to do with sports, you can write about it.
I mean, I was wondering if you've never been like to one like I've been.
You've never been to a single basketball game in your whole life?
No, I have, but like I've never paid attention.
Okay, well you can write about that.
It was loud.
Say it was loud and I didn't pay attention. Yes.
Neither. You heard the buzzers.
You've never been to a baseball game, a softball game in your whole life. You've never watched anyone play a baseball game, a softball game, a bowling game. Bowling is a sporting event. Mini golf is a sporting event. Anything of that nature.
I've watched 0.
A dance event, any of those. I don't know. So you're gonna write 3 sentences right here, and then I'm gonna give you a few minutes to do that, and then we can share a few before we get off. Because we still have some time, so we might as well share some few. So right now you should be writing 3 sentences. No, Landon. I literally already said we don't have to turn this thing in. We're just typing it right now, and then we're gonna share some of them, and that's it. Okay.
That's not normal.
I said Landon. That's because we don't have to turn it in.
I know. That's why I was saying it has to do it. Because I was thinking, because usually when we do stuff, and if we do it together and you think you don't have to turn it in, then it'd be like due date 8 a.m. tomorrow, say. And then look,
Would anyone that's already done like to tell me what they wrote? Hannah? You have to be nice and loud so people at home can hear you.
I have seen a sports event many times. I went to a baseball game. I did not pay attention because I only wanted to go on the bouncy houses. When I went last summer, I played in their little splash pad.
Right on. Evan.
When I, yes, I have been to a sporting event. When I was in third grade and we went to South Bend to go see the Cubs versus the White Sox. White Sox won. It was a fun field trip.
That does sound like fun. Michaela?
I went on a basketball game. My sister was cheering, and I went down to her coach and asked if I could join, and she said yes. The rest of the game, I cheered with my sister.
That's nice. Marissa.
By the time my sister was very sad and very it was very weird.
Landon. You have to be loud so people can actually hear you, friends.
Yes, I went to a White Sox versus Red Sox game with my friend, and I don't know who won, but we went for the White Sox first. Then after I went to his house and spent the night there, and it was awesome to do that. I hope I do it.
Rochelle. Thank you for sharing. And last one, Angelina.
Yes, I have been to the actual bear football practice. We woke up early and it was still dark out when we woke up. It was loud, it was fun, and me and my parents and my sisters wore bear jerseys. We matched.
Right on. Well, friends, that is grammar. Tomorrow we will not have a live grammar test. I repeat, not a live grammar test. Sorry, a live grammar lesson, because you will just be taking your test. Remember, you can use this whole packet on your test, so hopefully you bother to follow along and do it with us. This is the end of language arts. Have a lovely day. I will see all my virtual people in reading soon. Goodbye.